June 2nd, like 7:45 this morning here. Started up the 89 here. Let it warm up. I'm going to see my line. I got these are all the long rounds, and then it kind of wraps back there just for like, I don't know, I probably got 10 acres left. So I should be out of here in less than an hour. The roller's parked here. It'll probably sit here until after lunch, in all honesty. You can see it really dried out nice up there. I don't know, this windshield wipers like scratch the window. It never seems to come off, but nice and dry there. You can still see it's just a little on the wet side right here. I shouldn't say wet, I mean that's real dry. That's like bone dry there. There's a little bit of moisture in here where some people would say it wouldn't stick to the roller, it would roll fine. It's just you're sealing in moisture. So, which isn't a bad thing in case it doesn't rain. But they were talking rain for tonight. Now they backed it off till tomorrow. So we'll see what's gonna happen. I got that rehearsal for the wedding tonight. I gotta take off from here by about 3 o'clock. I gotta leave. And I'm not gonna be able to come out at all tomorrow with the wedding. And I could come out Sunday if we don't get rained out too bad, if they're still going. But we are winding down here, so hopefully we can finish up here. I'm out here on some unworked corn ground, obviously. That's a city street, so we're the city up here, over here, kind of formed around this field. The reason we left the corn stalks is, if you can't tell, it's a pretty extreme hill. It drops, let's see, it drops pretty good down towards this city street. And in years past, they've had this field wash out into that street, and they just completely redid the sewers and the whatever, the whole street and everything. And they were like, hey, you know, can you leave the corn stalk so it for sure doesn't run down the new sewer drain? So yeah, of course we have no problem with that, because obviously we don't want to have the dirt washed away, because the dirt washes away, you know, all your nutrients, all your seed, potentially if you just planted washes down. So we left the corn stalks last year, and that's one pass over. It's pretty darn good. The corn stalks are dry, they're short obviously for the combine. We don't have a chopping corn head, so there's still a little bit of stock to them, and they're just kind of laying over, but the discs on the front of this thing are doing wonders, slicing it up. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. It's about 9:15 in the morning now, and I just moved over through Faribault and through rush hour, well not rush hour, but past 2 elementary schools, and all the parents dropping the kids off. It's kind of tricky to sneak through town with this thing, but no problem. Especially when people park on both sides of the street. I can't fit between there and another car, and cars always try to squeeze through there. And some people, when they go around a car, they like swerve out into the other lane for a car that's just parked along the curb, and they put like 10 feet between their car and the other car. Well, that really pushes me off the road then, so it's just kind of just deal with it. So kind of hanging over and doing a second, you know, swat, a little bit of overhang, a little bit, which is no problem, just to help slice up the trash. I don't know if I'm going to go over it a second time or not, because it's nice to have a little bit of trash just to help it not run, but we'll see. All sorts of like stakes, maybe you can see the one right there, and the go around. I think they say property line, I'm not sure. Let's try to read all the ratings on the other side of this one, but it makes it a lot tricky to go around these things. There's like 5 of them out in the field here. Ooh, it kind of went a little wide there because I'm holding you guys. Not really focusing too close on that. I didn't want to hit it because I'm sure they paid a little bit of money to get this thing surveyed. So, just all these little obstacles. Now you get a 4-wheel drive out of the mud here. Just keep twisting and clawing here. I got the diff lock on. Actually, it just popped off on me. Fold up the wings to take the so those wings aren't dragging. Less wheels dragging, the better. And out we are. Wow. Always something fun going on out here. Well, I'm done here. I think it's like a 45-acre farm altogether, and all these fields. I had to fight some mud. Took me a little longer. I think it's like 11:15 or 11:30 right now. But just cleaning up my headlands here, my tracks where I turned around. Cruising right along, just scratching in, going 7.5 miles an hour just to kind of dust over these quick. So I'm gonna go and park this back at the main farm. And I'm gonna either run seed out. I gotta somehow get back to my truck. I might bring the seed tender over where my truck was this morning, fill them up, and then I'll roll for a little bit. But the air conditioner, my suspicions are starting to be confirmed. It was pretty warm this morning, and it's like 85 degrees out right now. And I bet you it's at least 75 in the cab here. I think every now and then I hear a squealing, which I think is the belt slipping on the air conditioner, but it might need to be recharged too. I'm not sure. But I do know that it is toasty in here. But oh well. I'm done here. I'm gonna park this for a few hours, let this dry out. I'm gonna roll that other field. And then I can't work anymore because I have to go out way west. Or way out east now. We gotta go out west. Want to do that. A little spot I missed here. And if I do that, then I'll be stranded this afternoon when I need to take off for the wedding rehearsal. So somebody else is coming out this evening around 5 or 6. If they want to keep working around, they can. Otherwise, the owner will probably have all it takes today to roll this piece and the other piece and plant them both. So I won't be able to come out tomorrow, obviously, with the wedding, but if it doesn't rain, well, they're talking thunderstorms tomorrow in the evening. We'll see if it actually happens, right? Just because it's so humid. I'll come out Sunday or Monday, see what happens with the weather. So thanks for watching. Blew out the air cleaner and then the cap filters right under the hood and filled up. Yesterday at like 4, 5, I left with a full tank, just shy of a full tank. You can see it is plump full. Yesterday when I filled up, I was probably down to where that wire is. I just put 125 gallons in, and I did 125 acres. And oddly enough, I figured it was right around a gallon an acre. I wanted to see. I had some road time, went over stuff like twice in a couple spots, but probably at least 9/10 of a gallon an acre. More like, you know, just roughly figure pulling this beast, you know, gallon an acre. We're going to plant, or he's going to plant that 85 acres out east. That's all worked. It still has to be rolled. I'm gonna follow him out there. I have the seed tender. I'm gonna follow him out there. My pickup's out there, and I'm gonna park this thing. And fortunately, I have to take off for the day. So, mulch finisher. The tractor's got all the air filters cleaned out. Charged up the air conditioner a little bit. Fueled it up in case they want to go out this evening and work some more stuff up. So it's where is the temperature on this truck? It says 87. Somebody said it's 90 right now. It's hot out. It was really hot in the mulch finish earlier today when the air stopped working for a little bit. So off we go. It's kind of nice to follow him with a pickup and the seed tender, because going through town I play blocker when I know he's going to make a left-hand turn. I swerve out to block people from passing him and hitting him as he's making his turn. I just swerve out into the lane so they can't come around him. So it's a little, I mean, people hate it, I'm sure, but it's the safest way to go about doing it. We're just pulling in here. It's drying out pretty nicely. He's gonna roll it. I'm leaving. My pickup's back here. It's a tight squeeze through here. With the mulch finisher, I was slamming some tree branches. And I actually cut up a log and they left it stacked right along the edge. I had to restack it all because the duals couldn't fit through right there and right there. So we're here. $35 feet, pretty sure. Doesn't say in here. Pretty sure it's 35. I'm out of here.